Welcome back. Now we are continuing with our application section. The first question is, Jose resides in Ramasheru. They buy electricity through a third party. The sliding scale shows the tariff for the electricity consumption. Question A says, why do we have the first 60 kilowatts per hour free? The reason is the first 60 kilowatts should be free because electricity is considered to be a basic need. So people should have access to it, whether or not they can afford or do not afford. So it's a basic need. That is the answer to this question. Then B says, calculate Jose's VAT inclusive cost for using 125 kilowatts. The first step to solving this question is, firstly, you must identify where does our 125 kilowatts fall. If this was the first, second, and third categories, so it will fall in the third category, whereby we know that our maximum no longer is 130, but we are only ending at 125 kilowatts per hour. Then we start now to find the amounts that you are allowed to use in each category. With the first category, you are allowed to use 60. So it means we have 60, sorry, it's not rands, but it's 60 kilowatts per hour multiplied by 0 because it is free. Then we go to the next category. We say the focus is on the maximums. Because we want to include this 61, then we have to subtract our maximum. So we're going to say 95 minus 60. So you press it on your calculator. We say 95 minus 60. It gives us 35. So we have 35 kilowatts that are allowed to use in this category. Multiply, what is the price for 35? It is 144.77 rand, 77 cents. Then equals to. In the third category, the maximum is no longer 130, but our maximum is 125. So what do we do with the 125? We subtract 95 from it. So we say 125 minus 95. I hope we are also punching it. Then I'm getting 30. So it means you are allowed to use 30. Then multiplied by the price for the 30 is 219 rand. 90 cents equals to. Now, we have to verify whether are we going to get the very same amount as 125 when we are adding these maximums that we have calculated. So we are going to add 60 plus 30 will give you 105 if you do it manually, but you can use a calculator to verify. Then 105 plus the 30 again, it will give you 125. So the total here is 125. So it means we are coming all right. Then now we have to add. So we have to do the calculation, then add. So 60 times 0 gives you 0 rands. 35 times 144 rand, 77 cents. Say 35 times 144 rands, 77 cents. It gives us 5,000. That's a lot. 5,695 cents. Then we have 30 multiplied by 291 rand 90 cents. That gives us 8,757 rand. Then we add everything together. Okay, now let's punch the values on our calculator. We'll start with the 0. Obviously, there's no need to add the 0, but you just have to know that you must add each and every value, that next time it might not be 0 here. So the idea is to be able to add everything together. So we say 5,066 rand 95 cent plus 8,757 rand. Then the amount that I'm getting is 13,823 rand 95 cents. The question requested us to calculate the VAT inclusive amount. So when we add VAT, there are obviously two methods. So we're going to use one, which is the 115 multiplied by 115 over 100, which gives us, let's work it out. It gives us the value of 15,000 897 rand 54 cents. So this is the VAT inclusive amount that Jose will pay for using 125 kilowatts hour units. Then Sarah resides in Hamashiru. They pay for water through the municipality. The sliding scale shows the tariff of her water consumption. Question A says, what does the acronym VAT stand for? What is VAT in full? It is going to be the value, V for value, then A for added, then T for tax. So it's value added tax. Then how many kiloliters are free? When we look at our tariff table, we can see that from 0 to 6 units, this is free. So it means exactly 6 kiloliters is free, because remember, this is a range. So if you were to count it manually, you'd have to say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you say 6 minus 0, you will get 6 units. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 kiloliters. Then question 3, Sarah claims that she will pay more than 250, including VAT, for using 23 kiloliters of water. Verify her claim. So she claims that it's going to be 250 for using 23. So we must calculate the amount that she's going to pay. So we check where 23 falls. 23 falls in this category, whereby we only end at 23. We don't get to 25. So 23 becomes our maximum. Then we start with finding the maximums. So when we find our maximum, the first category is going to be 6 units. So these 6 units are multiplied by 0 because these 6 units are free. Then the next category is between 6 and 10. So above 6, but to 10, not more than that. So it means we can take the 10 and subtract the 6. So what is 10 minus 6? We get 4. So for that 4 units, you multiply it by the amount, which is 8 rand 28 cents. Then the next category from 10 to 15. So we say 15 minus 10. We always subtract the maximums. So we say 15 minus 10. It gives us 5. It gives us 5 times 8 rand 79 cents. Then 20. It's from 15 to 20. 20 minus 15 gives us 5 again. Then it is 15 rand. Then the last one, remember we don't get to 25, but we only end at 23. So 23 minus 20 gives us 3 units, multiplied by 21 rand 83 cents. Now we have to do the calculations, then we add. So the first calculation is 6 times 0. Let's do it on our calculator and write the answer. 6 times 0 gives us 0. Then we'll say 0 plus 4 times 8 rand 28. 4 times 8 rand 28. It gives us 33 rand 12 cents. Then we move to the next one. 5 times 8 rand 79. 5 times 8 rand 79 cents. It gives us 43 rand 95 cents. Then the next one is 5 times 15. 5 times 15 gives us 75 rand. Then it's plus 3 times 21 rand 83 cents. 3 times 21 rand 83 cents gives us 65 rand and 49 cents. Then what do we do with these amounts? We have to add them all together. So let's start adding. We start with the 0, then we go on to the next one. So it's 0 plus 33 rand 12 cents plus 43 rand 95 cents plus 75 rand plus 65 rand 49 cents. Then we are getting a total of 217 rand 56 cents. But remember, the question says she's claiming that that amount will be more than 250, including the VAT. So we have to include VAT because the prices exclude VAT. So when we include VAT, we say 115 over 100, which is equals to, then we do the multiplication, 217 rand 56 cents times 217.56 times 115 over 100. The answer is 250 rand 19 cents. So she said that she's going to pay more than 250. It is actually more than 250. Therefore, her claim is valid. Her claim is valid. The next question, Anita has a cell phone contract that costs her 100 Rand per month plus 85 cents per peak time SMS and 25 cents per off-peak time SMS. If she sends 45 SMSs during the peak time and 105 SMSs during the off-peak time in a month, what will her bill be? So this 100 Rand means it is the monthly fee, right? So when it's the monthly fee, we can start by writing a formula to this. Formula for peak, we will say the peak will symbolize it with a P, then it will be cost is equals to 100 Rand, which is the service charge, plus the tariff for peak is what? Is 85 cents. Then we multiply it by the number. The number of SMSs that were sent during the peak time is what? It's 45 SMSs. Then we can start with our calculations. We firstly start with what is in the brackets, then we can add. We're using the BODMAS rule. So 85 cents multiplied by 45. It gives us 30. So it means on this side, we are still remaining with our 100 Rand because we only started with this side. So it gives us 38 Rand 25 cents. So when we add the two, we'll say that amount, okay, we say 100 Rand, sorry, plus 38 Rand 25 cents. I hope you are adding with me. The answer is 138 Rand 25 cents. This is the amount that she will pay during the off-peak time. Then we go during the peak time, pardon me, during the peak time. Then we have the off-peak time. I'll symbolize it with an OP. Then we calculate the cost now. The cost, because it is still the same service charge, we still include our 100 Rand for the service charge plus the tariff for off-peak. It is 25 multiplied by the number of SMSs sent during the off-peak, which is 105 SMSs. Always start with what is in the brackets first. So we say 25 cents, can we punch it? Multiplied by 105, it gives us 26 Rand 25 cents. Then on this side, we are still remaining with the 100 Rand, which is equals to, oh, sorry, we are adding the two. So it's going to be 100 Rand plus 26 Rand 25 cents, which gives us a total of 126 Rand 25 cents. The question just requested us what will her monthly be. So now remember, these are two separate bills, so we have to add them together to have one monthly bill. So when we add them together, we are going to say 138 Rand 25 cents plus 126 Rand 25 cents. So when we add the two, let's add 25 cents, 138 Rand 25 cents plus 126 Rand 25 cents. It gives us a total of 264 Rand 50 cents. So this is what her bill will be for the entire month. Then let us take a quick break and then we'll continue afterwards.